When I first came to the US as a graduate student, I learned that many American families adopted girls from China. More importantly, these families provide cultural activities for the girls to make them feel connected to the Chinese culture. They celebrate Chinese New Year, eat Chinese food, and the girls learn Chinese folk dance. The parents say they want their girls to feel proud of the Chinese culture. As someone born and raised in China, my first thought was, folk dance? Chinese folk dance is for grandmas. That's so not cool for young girls. Are you sure this will make the girls feel proud of their Chinese heritage? With this question in mind, I started doing research in cultural activities in adoptive families. Research shows that it is important and beneficial for transracially adopted children to feel connected to their birth culture. And this sense of cultural pride is linked to healthy identity and positive development. The process of cultural exposure and gaining cultural pride is called cultural socialization. Transracial adoptive parents do provide a wide range of cultural activities, but according to adult transracial adoptees, they told researchers that they didn't get deep enough cultural exposure from their white parents. This suggests that there may be different levels of cultural socialization provided by the parents. Pamela Quiroz, a sociologist, argued that some adopted parents take a culture-keeping approach to cultural socialization. They put a substantial amount of effort in keeping their children's birth culture. And other parents take a tourism approach. They pick the easy and superficial activities for their children. Inspired by this interesting distinction, our study examined the depth of cultural socialization in adoptive families. We analyzed interviews from 41 white parents who were raising girls adopted from China. We also developed a continuum of cultural depth, and we applied the continuum to cultural socialization provided by these parents. We found that parents' motivation and their acknowledgement of cultural differences reflected their deep appreciation of their children's birth culture, but activities provided by these parents were not as deep. And the deep activities, according to the parents, were meaningful cross-cultural relationships with people who share their children's background, and then the relationships were formed in a very natural context. These kind of relationships appear to having the deepest connection to the birth culture. So what can we make of the findings? For transracial adoptive families, living in a diverse community where cross-cultural relationship can be naturally formed can be helpful in maintaining a deep connection to the birth culture. And if living in a diverse community is not possible, then having a mentor, either physically or virtually, can also foster a deep connection to the birth culture. For service providers, we know that adoptive parents know the importance of cultural socialization, but our study shows that despite being highly motivated, parents either don't or they don't know how to provide deep connection. So, pre- and post-adoption services can show the importance of cross-cultural relationships and guide parents in making their decisions about how to provide deep connection. Family therapists and clinicians can also help parents see the link between their cultural attitude, motivation, and depth of cultural socialization, so that parents who are interested in providing a deep connection can consciously examine their feelings and carefully seek activities. Tell us how you think about depth in cultural socialization, your experiences and thoughts about deep cultural exposure. Our contact information is here. Thank you for watching.